Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Okay, so we're inside because it is raining like crazy outside, and also because I am uploading some videos that I filmed. I know I say this quite a bit, but I wasn't even sure if I was gonna film any videos today or not, including a vlog, because I woke up, and when I woke up, I just did not feel good at all. I was like, what is going on? It's so weird because my friend Nikki was sick a couple days ago. She lives in Pennsylvania, I live in Indiana, so I didn't get it from her, but she had like the stomach flu for like 24, 48 hours. And so when I was texting her, she was like, I don't know where I got this or whatever. And I said, well, I think it's kind of going around. I've heard quite a few people have had it. And then this morning I woke up and my stomach just did not feel good at all. And I was like super, super tired. I didn't get great sleep last night. And so I was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I just need to take the day off, but I was like, no. And the one thing that kept me going, I have to tell you, is my vlog streak kept me going. And I was like, okay, I have now vlogged for all of April. This will be my 14th day in May. I have to keep up the vlog streak. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna film a vlog, I'll film some other videos too. So I actually didn't even get started until like 3 o'clock. So you guys wanna guess what time it is? I'll tell you, I have a drama video filmed, a TV video filmed, and a Peterisms video filmed, and I've been working on those to get those up. Actually, let me start transferring this over to my phone so I can upload it real quick. Let me, do I already have it over here? I do. Okay, because I need to start uploading these videos, but that's why I'm sitting in front of the computer also because I want to get these done so I can just kind of relax tonight, because I still do not feel great. I don't know what's going on, but I just do not feel great. So I want to make sure that I get these done and they upload faster on my phone. So they usually do because of the rain or the storm. Sometimes the storms affect like our Wi-Fi and stuff like that, so maybe they won't. But my Peterisms video is done rendering, because that was the shortest, and then the TV one is rendering right now, and so is the drama one. So I'm gonna get those up and get those thumbnails done while I'm sitting here. And then Boo Radley is at the top of the stairs. He just went outside and ran around in the rain. He actually, well, hi, Boo Radley. He usually doesn't like to run around in the rain. But today he was like running around in the rain and stuff like that. Snow he likes. I mean, he doesn't mind rain. Like Pee-Pee and Tucker like couldn't stand it, but like it's not his favorite. Snow he loves. The warmer weather he loves, but the rain is not his favorite. But today he was running around in it. So he just ran around in the rain. He just had treats. He's like looking down. He's like looking, has his head through the staircase, looking down, and see if his dad is here yet. Do you think dogs know like time and stuff like that? Because it is currently. Do you want to know what the time and the weather is? It is currently 5:09 p.m., which means that Alex probably should be home, on his way home from work. He hasn't texted me. He usually texts me as soon as he leaves work. And I will check the weather as soon as I get done airdropping this video. I will tell you the weather. I think it was supposed to be like 64 or 68 today. And then late last night when I was looking, Boo Radley. Oh, he's over in his bed now. What are you doing? You getting in your bed already? He's like digging like this. When I looked late last night, it said like soft rain this morning and then thunderstorms late afternoon. And I was like, oh, it got done. Okay. And I was like, I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. So here is my Peterisms video. Hold on a second. I was just talking to Caroline about tomorrow because we are supposed to, well, we still are, having, this is so funny because I was just talking about this on my vlog the other day about keeping up with like friends of our parents. So we were supposed to have lunch tomorrow or brunch with this woman that, it was the one that I said Caroline and Mike still have dinner with, she and her husband, like every other week, every third week. Her son David and his girlfriend they go to. They were really close with my mom and my dad, and especially really close with my aunt and uncle, and they were there when my mom passed away and stuff. But we were supposed to have brunch with her tomorrow. Sometimes like she'll have doctor's appointments and stuff and come up, and then she can't do it at the last minute. So tomorrow we're actually going to lunch with her first, and then after that, so Caroline and I were talking because we were texting and it was getting like very confusing. And so, because she was like, well, I can take you home right afterwards. And I'm like, so did you not want to run errands tomorrow? And she was like, no, like the whole day we can do whatever you want to do. She's like, but we have this like brunch tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And she was like, unless you don't want to go and you want to stay at home and film videos. I was like, no, I want to go to brunch. I want to see her, you know? She was like, okay. She was like, so I'll come pick you up. She's gonna pick her up, then she's gonna pick me up, and we're gonna go to brunch. We have no idea where we're gonna go to brunch. Probably not Cafe Patachou tomorrow, because we went there the last time. So we'll probably try somewhere different tomorrow, which that'll be kind of fun. And then when we're done having brunch with her, then we're gonna run some errands. I told Caroline, I said I don't have tons and tons of errands to run. I think I'm just gonna try to upload. Are they all done? Oh no, my drama video. The Peter Watches TV video just got... I hear like noises outside. Maybe it's thunder. What was I gonna say? I probably won't film a lot of videos tomorrow. I definitely know that unless I get home super, super late. Well, now I'm kind of like the one video that I do film every single day, hopefully will be my vlog. Now, I will tell you, one of these days coming up, oh, I was gonna look at the weather, wasn't I? One of these days coming up, I will take a day or two off from filming the vlog, but I'm trying to go as long as I can. It is currently 64 degrees and precipitation 100%. Let's see what precipitation says. Oh, yep, lots. And wind, not very heavy, 7 miles per hour. Actually seemed windier than that outside. This is the weather for 5 p.m. Tuesday, 5 p.m. It says rain and 64 degrees outside. So did anybody guess it correctly? And now I'm going to make my thumbnail for my Peter Watches TV channel. This is so exciting. Oh my God. So yeah, so tomorrow will be fun. I actually had a bunch of errands that I wanted to run, but they were like all just kind of like silly things. They weren't like anything big deal that I wanted to do tomorrow. I was just like, well, I want to check this out. I've got someplace I want to go possibly for Alex's birthday to look at something, but we can do that next week. I wanted to go to Saks, but we can do that next week or the week after. These are not things that have to be done tomorrow. So tomorrow I told her, she's like, well, what do you definitely have to do tomorrow? Because she's like, I mean, I can take you to all the errands if you want to do that tomorrow. It's just going to be later in the afternoon because brunch is later and whatever. And I said, well, I definitely need to go to Costco. I definitely need to go pick up my meds because I'm almost out of my sleep medication. And I said, I need to go to the post office. So those are 3 places that we need to go. And then I said, I think other than that, I have like 3 things of coffee in the refrigerator, so I don't need coffee. Plus, Alex can just run me up there to get coffee. Or I can, you know, like, Instacart it. I've got enough Diet Dr. Pepper, but I hardly ever drink them anymore. And I have regular coffee I order on Amazon. I don't really have a bunch of things to do tomorrow, so yeah, it'll be nice to see her tomorrow. I'm excited to see her. And like Caroline was like, well, if you don't want to go, like if you want to make videos, I was like, I'm not going to miss out on these opportunities to go do things with people that mean something in my life. Like I'm just not going to do that, you know? Unless there's like absolutely a reason why I can't. I mean, I don't know how many lunches I'll get to have with her, you know what I'm saying? So I want to spend as many lunches as I can with her and stuff like that. We just had a Mother's Day. I didn't share this. But on Mother's Day, Alex's grandma got really, really sad. And it was when she was like talking to Carlitos and Sebastian. And then they like left the room and like Liliana was giving her a hug. And they were speaking in Spanish. Somebody asked me not too long ago, I think I said this, they were asking me like, well, my friend Valerie texted me last night, like, how's the Spanish going? The Spanish is going good. It's very slow, which is why I'm not talking a lot about it online, because then people will be like, well, start saying stuff in Spanish. Okay, it's very slow. I don't think Jesse's even started yet. But I have, but it's very slow. I'm not great at languages. To be honest with you, I'm kind of afraid of languages, because when I was in high school and stuff like that, I was not good at languages at all. But the Spanish is going, actually Liliana told us that Carlos is learning Italian from Duolingo. But I have Rosetta Stone. I bought the whole package of Rosetta Stone because you can use it like and learn any language you want. I think that day I had pretty much convinced myself that I was going to learn 10 languages, including Spanish. It's not that easy. It makes it look so easy, but when you're like doing it, it's not that easy. So anyway, but Alex's grandma got like really, really upset, and she was like, oh, let's see if this will work. Oh, this might be cool if this works like this. And so she was real upset, and then Alex started crying, like Alex's mom started crying and stuff, and I was like, babe, what did she say? And he said, she's just real upset because she said that she doesn't have like a lot. Alex's grandma, I think she's 94. Oh, no, wait. She'll be 94 this year, because she's like 10 years older than my dad. And so, he was like, she's just real upset because she said she doesn't have that many more Mother's Days. I mean, she was really upset about it. I felt so bad. I told them, I was like, I think she's going to live until she's probably 110. And she will. I mean, she's 93. She's 93, going to be 94. And, I mean, she gets up every single day and talks to all of her friends in Venezuela and hangs out with her family. And she was drinking, like, she had, like, a glass of wine and a beer on Mother's Day. I mean, she lives a good life, you know? So, I mean, I hope she does, at least. I love his grandma so much. So that was Mother's Day. Anyway, so tomorrow, yeah. So I want to see her. She was like, my mom loved her so much. My Aunt Kathy and Uncle Dave loved them so much, and I love her. The thing is, like, every time we get together with her, she's always like, I miss your mom so much, and you know, she brings up stuff. Which you guys are probably like, well, Peter, you do that all the time, so you probably love that. I do and I don't. Like, it kind of like, where am I at on this video? Is it uploading or is it processing? Like, it kind of makes me sad a little bit hearing it. It's one thing to, like, tell the stories myself. It's another thing to have, like, I remember when, like, talking to my Aunt Susie a couple years ago, who's, like, a year older than my mom, and I said something to her. Is she a year older than my mom? She's either the exact same age or she's a year older than my mom. She said something about, because she used to travel, like, in the summers. Like, she would go, like, she'd come to Indianapolis for 2 weeks, and she would bring her daughters. It's like she would stay with us, and then we would go down to Bloomington for one day because they wanted to see the Patty Pie house and all that kind of stuff, and then she'd, you know, stay where she was from, and the small town that she's from, and she'd go to Ohio for like a week or two and visit some friends. She used to go visit all these friends. And I said something to her because she had, last year, she and her 2 daughters and all the grandkids went to, like, one of her nieces got married in Croatia. And so she went to Croatia for the wedding last year. And I said something, she'd said this before, but I said, you don't go a lot in the summers to, like, visit friends anymore. And she said, they're all gone. And I said, Susie, I'm so sorry. It must be hard. And she's like, yeah, it's really hard. She's like, when everybody that you knew in your youth is no longer here, you know? So I like that connection. And I will say the one thing is, even though it makes me kind of sad, like, this friend of ours that we're seeing tomorrow is somebody that, I mean, like, she remembers. Like, she remembers my childhood. She remembers, you know, my aunt, you know, all this kind of stuff. And her kids do, too. Because, well, Caroline and Caroline's parents were a lot closer with this woman and her dad. But, like, my mom was really, she and her husband were in the room the night that my mom passed away. That's how close they were. But, like, my mom used to go over there every day or every year on Thanksgiving, like, after Thanksgiving. She's the one that's, like, her stuffing that we always talk about. But Caroline and her parents, so, like, they lived, like, 2 blocks away. So, like, Sarah lives probably, I actually walked it. My walks have been so short in the last couple weeks. I need to, like, that's the thing I need to do is, like, really amp up my walks. But Sarah's house is probably, if I walked it, I could probably walk from here to Sarah's house in 20 minutes if I, like, walked fast. Caroline's house that she grew up in is, well, maybe not 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour. I could walk to Sarah's house from here. It's like a leisurely walk. I'm trying to think because I've walked it before and I'm like, okay, 20 to 30 minutes to Sarah's house. So Caroline's house, where she grew up, outside of my door to walk to Caroline's house, is probably a 10-minute walk from here. And from Caroline's house, and so our friend's house, she doesn't live there anymore, she lives in a different house, but where they grew up is halfway between Caroline's house and Sarah's house. So it's probably 15 minutes from here. That's how close she grew up with all them. And so her daughters are actually older. She's got 3 daughters, are actually older than Caroline. Like, I think her youngest daughter is like 3 or 4 years older than Caroline. But we grew up with, like, their daughters, and other daughters have grandkids or have kids and stuff like that. Actually, I think Caroline told me she just had her first great-grandchild, which is real exciting. So anyway, it'll be good to see her. Like, there's not that, like I said yesterday when I was talking about, like, you don't hear from people after people pass away. It's the truth. You just don't see people anymore, you know? And, I don't know, it's sad. But, you know, what are you going to do? Okay. So my Peterisms video is done. What should I do now on my TV one? It's a lip thing. So last night, oh my God, let me tell you about last night. So, okay, last night was Monday night. I don't know when I vlogged or if Alex was home when I vlogged last night or not. I can't remember. But when I got, and I'm not going to a meeting tonight with Tanya because it's raining. She doesn't like to drive in the rain. So when I got done vlogging last night, oh, I think Alex and Boo were upstairs napping and when I was vlogging last night. So when I got done vlogging, I like uploaded my vlog, posted my other videos, and let me get this done. Hold on a second. Okay, my drama video is almost done, so I wanna, come on now. I need a new computer like nobody's business. Where is the... Okay. Getting my... So, I got my vlog up, well, got it rendered, and then I talked on the phone. I think I talked to Tanya, that was who I was talking to. I drank a cup of coffee and talked to Tanya. I was so tired. I was so tired because I hadn't gotten any sleep the night before and then went to the hair appointment and stuff like that. All I wanted to do last night was, I didn't even really care about eating anything. Like when I got done with my vlog, I was like, I'm not really that hungry. All I wanted to do was get the vlog rendered and so that I could start uploading it on my computer, not on my phone, because it takes like 3 hours to upload. And then all I wanted to do was lay down and take like a 2-hour nap. Like I wanted a solid nap of like 2 hours. And then I wanted to get up and I wanted to just like binge watch the hell out of The Walking Dead last night. Well, so I was sitting here and I was like almost ready to come upstairs. Oh, somebody just texted me. Did I just get like 5 texts in a row? That was weird. Hold on a second. Oh, Alex just texted me. Yay, Cynthia. He must be on his way home. I'm airdropping this video when I'm done. I'll get it. Sometimes if I like start doing stuff on my phone, when I'm airdropping something, it messes it up. But anyway, so Boo Radley came downstairs. So I took Boo Radley out. I was so tired. You guys, my eyes hurt. I was so tired. Alex had fallen asleep like at 6 or 6:30, something like that. He had fallen asleep. So I took Boo Radley out. And then I gave him his medicine because it was late enough in the night. By that point, it was like 8:30 or 9. So I gave Boo Radley his medicine. I feel like I did eat something last night. And I watched, I did. I heated up some food and then I watched half of this. I was like on the 5th or 6th episode. I was on the 5th episode of The Walking Dead and I finished that episode. And then that was why it was like 9 when Boo Radley came down here. And I took him out and I gave him his medicine. Okay, just got done. Hold on a second. When did he text me? Oh, he just texted me that. So he's stopping at Costco on the way home, and then he'll be home. So I took Boo Radley out. I gave him his medicine and all that kind of stuff, and then turned off everything, got my vlog uploading, and it was like 9 o'clock at that point. I was like, I'm gonna lay down till like 11 o'clock, 11:30, and I'm gonna have like a solid nap, get up, be rested, read a little bit of my, you know, graphic novel, do my prayers and meditations, and then just like binge watch the hell out of The Walking Dead. I was really excited about it. Light some candles, I'm gonna be awake, I'll be alert. Okay. So I get upstairs, and so Alex kind of wakes up a little bit when he got up, and I said, I already gave Boo his medicine, so you don't have to do that, because he usually gives him to him at night. And I said, just wanted you to know so you don't like double dose him. He was like, okay, thanks. And so I got Boo in his like bed. Well, we had the purple bed on there. He's like in his purple bed, and then as soon as I get into bed, he jumps down, he's on the floor. Okay, now Boo Radley's up because he's been sleeping with Alex for like 2 hours. So Alex slept literally last night from like the point he got home all the way through this morning. So I'm laying down, Boo's jumping down off the floor. I don't want him to like jump up and hurt himself, even though he can literally stand and just jump right up there. But it was dark, and so I didn't know if he could see. And so every time he would jump off the bed, he would walk over to Alex's side. He was wanting Alex's attention. So he did this like 2 or 3 times. So finally I was like, well, maybe he has to go potty again. So I took him outside, got him treats, brought him back outside. At this point, it was total trickery. He was just wanting treats because he kept on acting like he had to go outside. But it was literally like 5 minutes after he had just gone outside. And he would walk outside for like 10 or 15 minutes. So now we're like 45 minutes into my nap, right? There's no nap at this point. So I'm laying there in bed. He's jumping down, okay? And I'm like, oh my God, can I please just like, I'm so, like, you know when you're so exhausted, you're past exhausted? That's where I was. So finally, I like opened the bedroom door because we usually keep it closed. And I was like, just if you want to run around downstairs. Well, then he wouldn't run around downstairs. He would jump off the bed and he would go over to Alex's side. But Alex was facing me. And so he didn't know that he was over there. But I'm laying in bed trying to nap. And all I can hear on the floor is this. Of him walking over there, right? And of course I'm trying not to get mad. So I'm like, come on, Boo Radley. So I pick him up and I put him on the bed and he just looks at me and then like he gets in his bed and then he would lay in his purple bed for like 5 seconds and then boom, he would like jump out of his bed and he'd be like on the floor. I'm like, what is going on? Well, he had probably been sleeping most of the day. So he was like awake. Now he's awake, right? So finally I just was like, okay, there's no nap. So I got up and cleaned the kitchen and started some laundry and took Boo out again. Then Boo Radley, he eats like half of his dinner that he had down there, his treats, and walked around the kitchen with me while I was cleaning it, and then he just bolts upstairs to the bedroom, and I hear him jump on the bed, and then I went up there to check on him like 10 minutes later, and he was dead asleep in that little purple bed. And I was like, I tried to lay down here for an hour and a half, and you wouldn't let me take a nap. See, this is why we can never have kids, because I could just not do all that kind of stuff. Like, it's enough with a dog, you know? But anyway, oh wait, did I start uploading? I didn't. This got sent. Okay. Hold on a second. Here watches TV. Okay. Getting my second video uploaded for the day. Now I gotta make this thumbnail. So that was last night. So then I got up. Oh, I talked to a friend of mine, a sober friend of mine, on the phone for a while, and then did my prayers and meditations, and then I was like, I'm just going to start watching The Walking Dead. So I started watching The Walking Dead, and I binge watched 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and started at episode 12. So 6 episodes, 6.5 episodes I watched last night of The Walking Dead. I'm currently on episode 12, and there's 24 episodes. It's okay. It's kind of weird to me that this is the last season. So if you've watched The Walking Dead, they're like in an entirely new place called the Commonwealth. Somebody commented on my video yesterday because I was like, I couldn't remember what it's called, and they said the Commonwealth. I was like, yes, that's it. Oh, by the way, whoever reminded me, I don't know who you are. Oh, this is what I did. I ordered some stuff last night. I ordered new reading glasses. Because I was like, I'm going to order some new reading glasses for the summer. So I ordered new reading glasses, and I also, did I already make that thumbnail? Hold on a second so I can delete that. I did. So I ordered new reading glasses, and I also ordered, I bought them a couple years ago, and I don't know where they went, but I had sunglasses that were readers. So I bought another pair of sunglasses that are readers for the summer so I can read by the pool and outside and stuff like that. And then I bought, I think, like 3 pairs of reading glasses. One of them aren't even out yet, and it's the new, Caddis has a new shade. They're these reading glasses. These are called the D18s, or the D28s. They're the D28s, but they're in this, like, it's like a tortoiseshell, but it's, like, lighter than that. It's called, like, taffy or something like that. And then I got 2 other pair. I got, actually, a style that I've never had before that are more, like, round, like, real round. They're cute. I did that. Contacts I ordered, and then I ordered on Amazon. I ordered those plank things because I need those. I'm out of those, and thank God I was like reading through my comments of the vlog last night because I posted my vlog late, like at 11. Well, it's not as late sometimes, but and somebody was like, "Don't forget to order those things for your dishwasher." I was like, "Oh, thank God!" I even commented on it. I was like, "Thank you for mentioning this." And that's when I ordered them, and I also ordered the Tatcha rice. It's like sand, the exfoliating thing, because I'm out of that. I'm like out. I didn't realize I was out of it. I use that every single day. I swear by that stuff. And I ordered something else on Amazon too. Something else that we needed. I can't remember what it was though. What was I gonna do? Oh, I had screenshots I wanted to take off of my, where am I out on time? What are you doing up there? His little ears are so big now that he's got his, he's had his hair cut. Well, come down here and say hi to everybody, honey. His ear just went, oh. Do you want to come say hi to everybody? Well, come on. I had these screenshots on my phone to make my thumbnail, and now I forgot to do that. I think this is processing already. No, it's uploading. See, it says it's gonna take 3 minutes to upload this Peter Watches TV video. See how quick it is to upload videos on your phone compared to on the computer where it takes 3 hours or an hour or something like that. So yeah, then I got up today and I was super tired when I got up. I slept very, very deep. Again, I don't remember Alex leaving. I was like, why does this not have a description? Oh, it's because it's my new one. I don't remember Alex leaving this morning. But Boo Radley early was like wanting, I don't know if Alex maybe didn't take him out because it was raining or something. Like sometimes he doesn't take him out in the morning if it's raining, or if Boo Radley does, he'll just give him his medicine. So I don't know if that's why, but like at like 9 o'clock, he was wanting to go to the bathroom outside. Well, hi honey, come here. Come here and say hi to everybody and you can show off your haircut. He was wanting to go potty outside. So I took him outside, got him treats. It was the same as last night. I was like, oh my God, I'm like losing my mind. He, come here honey. Booby? He's eating his dinner. You can hear him in there. I took him outside, got him treats, and then he was, again, like, not settled. Like, he wanted to be doing more stuff, like he was awake. So I just sat there in bed and I, like, talked to him for a little bit, and he licked his paws. And it's funny, he doesn't lick his paws as much when he's cut short. Like, he licks his paws more when he, well, hi, are you over on the chair? Oh, now you're on the table and everything. You want to show everybody what you're doing? Do you want to show people? Well, say hello. Well, there I am, hiding behind the plant. Isn't he so funny? So, oh, now I'm digging in the chair. Did you have your dinner? Well, come here and say hi. Lift you up and put you in the video, honey. So, what was I gonna say? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, so, yeah, so I was, like, laying in bed, like, talking to him, and he was, like, licking his paws. That's what I was saying. He doesn't lick his paws as much now that his hair is short, like, his fur is short. He licked his paws more, like, when I don't know what that was about, but he was, like, licking his paws this morning, and so I just, like, laid there and talked to him, and because I thought he was going to keep on jumping off the bed. And he didn't. He finally just, like, curled up and went to sleep in his little purple bed. It's so funny. He, like, gets real snuggled down in there, and then I have, like, my arm over it. So he finally went to sleep, so I went back to sleep. And then my alarm started going off, and I was, like, snoozed it, like, 3 times. And I was like, oh, I just don't feel well. I don't know if it's because I'm now going on, like, 2 nights. I'm not really having any sleep. I don't know what it is, you know? So all I know is that I need to get some sleep. And tomorrow, we're actually doing, like, this. It's not super late when we're doing it. So, which thumbnail should I use? Hold on a second. Not that one. So I'm gonna not be able to stay up super late tonight, which is totally fine because I probably need to go to sleep. Well, actually, you know what's interesting is I didn't stay up super late last night. I actually went to bed probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours before I usually do, because I was like, just go to bed, you're tired. And then I did not sleep well. But when I did sleep, I slept super, super deep. The sleep thing is such a mess. It was so funny how many people commented about the magnesium thing. I was not aware of that. I was actually talking to a friend last night, and she was like, oh yeah, did you not know that doctors use magnesium for laxatives? I was like, no, I was not aware of that at all. But thank you for the information. I feel like I do know so much now about the world of magnesium. And then people were saying it was like certain kinds. So I actually have 2 powders. And one of the powders is the magnesium citrate or whatever that they call it. Oh, the other video's done too. And then I was gonna look at the time and I didn't look at the time. Okay, I got like 30 seconds left. The other magnesium is not that. It's a different kind of magnesium. And when I was reading it like online, it was saying that all different magnesiums can cause that to some degree. It also said if you like use too much of it, but I'm not using too much of it, so I don't know what that's about. But yeah. The camera stopped while I was looking at stuff. I didn't realize it. I was talking about the magnesium. It says if you like use too much of it, but I'm not using too much of it. I'm literally using like 1 scoop of it. That's what it says, and that's what I'm doing. So that's what it says, and that's what I'm doing. No more, no less. I will say it does relax me though. It does help me. I wouldn't say that it necessarily helps me fall asleep. But it does relax me. I haven't drank any sleepy time tea. It's been a couple months, honestly, since I have. I don't even know if I have any in that drawer. I think I do. I have 2 boxes of it left. But I haven't drank, and I have another box of the extra sleepy time tea, but that didn't work for me at all. The extra sleepy time tea. But yeah, I haven't drank the sleepy time. Maybe I should try that tonight, because I haven't tried it for a while. Maybe it'll work a little bit better. The Doxapen works really well for me. It just doesn't help me fall asleep. It just, like when I sleep deep. But it doesn't help me fall asleep at all. I think to have a medicine that's going to help me fall asleep, I'm going to have to take something that I can't take, and I'm not willing to do that. So it's just, you know, about getting used to it or whatever. But even on the nights when I take a nap, like I still don't fall asleep that quickly, or I don't take a nap, I don't fall asleep that greatly. Even the nights when I don't drink any caffeine, I don't know. The other thing is that, like, this is something I've been doing with, like, my entire life. Like, I mean, I don't ever remember being, like, the kid that fell asleep that quick. I definitely wasn't that in high school. I mean, I stayed up super late in high school. I've always been a night owl. I just think now, like, I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done during the day, which probably back then I didn't care. And so I'm real tired. I will say, like, when I was working in treatment, I think about this sometimes because I can remember having this conversation with a friend of mine. This is how I know the conversation went. So I had this conversation with a friend of mine that I worked with. And at the time that I worked there, if I was like 30, he was like 50. And I asked him like we were talking about how much sleep we get at night. And he was like, well, the older you get, you don't need that much sleep. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, don't you know that? And I was like, no, I didn't know that. And so he's like, yeah, I get about 6.5 hours of sleep at night. I can remember saying to him, I don't know how you do it. Like I have to have at least 7.5, 8 hours of sleep at night. Well, I know, because I had to be at work at 8 4 of the 5 days that I worked there. So I know that I was leaving the house at 7:30. I took a shower every morning. I already had my clothes ironed from the night before, but I left at 7:20 to 7:30 because I always stopped and got the paper to do the crossword puzzle and coffee on the way. So I know for me, like my mentality, I always like to give myself an hour to get ready and get out of the house. So if I was leaving the house at 7:20 or 7:30, it means I had to have been getting up at 6:30. And my ex too, because he had to be at work at 8 too. And I don't remember ever feeling like rushed in the morning or whatever. Like towards the end of being there, I was kind of like that. But I don't remember ever being like, oh my God. Like I was just very relaxed in the morning. I had my polo shirt, my pants, and my button-down collared shirt ironed from the night before. I would always iron my clothes a couple days, 3 days in advance, or sometimes 3 days in advance. And I'd have all that stuff hanging up in the closet. He was we were very meticulous with all that stuff. He would do the same thing. He'd have his outfit like all ironed and ready to go for the next day. We'd have the ironing board like right outside of our kitchen, and when we were watching shows, we would iron stuff. I used to love to iron. I don't care so much for it. The other day I ironed some shirts for that Rev event that we went to just to have them, and I was like, well, I was thankful that I did because I wore one of those shirts to the wedding that we went to last week and it was already ironed. But I don't love ironing. Back in the day, I think it's because when I was a kid, I have not watched this movie in forever. I should do this for Peter's Movie Club, but I don't even think it's on Tubi. But back in the day, my mom and we started reading the book by Betty Smith, but I don't think we ever finished it. It's called A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. And there's a movie that's made from A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. And in the movie, the mom, I feel like I've talked about this on here, but it's been a long time. The movie is so old, I don't think she makes coffee in a percolator. But she does something like she puts vanilla or charcoal or something in the coffee. But because of that movie or around that time, like my mom would make decaf coffee in the percolator for me, and she would put vanilla in it. I feel like it comes from that book or that movie. And we would stand in the kitchen, and that's when my mom taught me to iron. I was probably 10, 11 at the time. My mom taught me to iron all my clothes. And so she would put the ironing board in the kitchen, and while we were watching Little House on the Prairie or whatever, we would watch the Waltons at night. After dinner, I would like iron, and I fell in love with ironing. I also like, I love to do laundry. Obviously, I do so much of it. Okay, this video is sent. But I love to do laundry, and so I started doing laundry before that. My mom taught me to do laundry before that, and so I think I've told that story before about how I like wanted to surprise my mom and do her laundry for her, and I like washed her. She had a wire bra, and it was like real expensive, and I washed it, and then I dried it, and it like made the wire go like that. She's like, just don't ever touch my laundry, you can just let me do my laundry. Alex is very particular about that too. Like, he's like, we each do our own laundry. He likes his clothes like washed a certain way, dry a certain way, folded a certain way. He hangs a lot of his stuff. So he's like, just don't touch my clothes. Towels, sheets, we both share, all that kind of stuff, but the rest of it, he's like, don't ever touch my clothes. But yeah, I felt like in love with doing laundry, and there was something very homey about it. We'd always light candles, have the windows cranked open, you know, watch Little House on the Prairie. But I think it comes from that movie, because I can remember she like she did people's laundry, and that was how they made extra money or something like that. I feel like A Tree Grows in Brooklyn was about all these people that lived in this housing building like in Brooklyn. And they're real poor, and I feel like the dad dies or something. I can't remember it. I don't remember it at all. I don't think I've ever read that book all the way through. I remember my mom had this like green bound book, and it was Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Or maybe she bought it for me later at some vintage store or something, but it was like an old version of it. So yeah, but I don't remember ever reading the book, but I do remember watching the movie. So yeah, so that's how I started like ironing clothes, and I just kind of fell in love with it. Just there's something about it that seems very, very homey to me, about like ironing clothes and all that kind of stuff. And like standing in the kitchen. So I would always like make, you know, get my clothes ready the night before. So I'm like, I don't know what time I went to bed when I was working. I mean, to get up at like 6:30, I would have had to have been in bed like by like 10 or 10:30. And I just know that that's not the case. I know I've never gone to bed that early. I feel like maybe I was talking to him, and it was, obviously I don't remember verbatim the conversation. It was just like, we were having this conversation while we were just like standing there, you know, drinking coffee or whatever. But I remember, he actually also like gave me one of the greatest pieces of advice ever. He was like, I said something to him about like, what's something that you wish you had known at my age or done at my age that you know now? And he said two things. I wish I would have saved money, and I wish I would have, like owned a house by the time that I was like 50. He was like, because you just waste money putting money into an apartment and things like that, when I actually loved living in an apartment, but you do waste your money on that. And so he was one of the people that really inspired me to start saving a lot of my money and not spending money on frivolous things and budgeting my money. And that's where the whole budgeting my money thing, like that conversation with him started. He was, I wouldn't say he was necessarily like a father figure to me, but he was like an older friend of mine. And he was this guy, we worked together for a long time. We knew each other from meetings. He was just such a really great guy, and had like a really, really tough life, and had turned his life around and was super successful and just really inspiring. And I love him to this day. He's just such a great guy, and really helped me a lot with like wisdom in the world and stuff like that. And loved his wife too. And so I can remember talking to him about like budgeting and saving money, and then had a friend who budgeted money at that time. And then after that, my ex and I broke up, was when I like started doing really when I met Alex. Like that first year was when I like did the Dave Ramsey book, Total Money Makeover, and read about budgeting and all that kind of stuff and how to save money. And I read a couple books at that time, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but I read that way too late in life. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a book that you should give every kid when they're like graduating from high school, going into college. Like that's when you need to read that book, like in college, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But it's a fantastic book. About what's important in life, and it's not just all about money, and it's not just all about this. You need, you know, the best of both worlds. But I read a couple of those books, and they really, really helped me like think from a more financial point of view of like saving money and all this kind of stuff, and really what you like break it down to like what do you need a month to spend and stuff like that. But anyway, so I don't know what time I would have gone to bed. I don't remember. I feel like we probably, like, I read a lot back during then. I would, like, get in bed and read. a lot of like hardback, like James Patterson's, David Baldacci's, Dean Koontz. And so I feel like we would get into bed. I mean, this wasn't the era of cell phones, so it wasn't like you get on your cell phone and roll through it. And I feel like we always went to bed like having some movie on in the background. We had this like, I actually have, still have this TV where it has like a built-in VCR, and we had it in the corner of our room, like up on this like dresser. And I feel like we would put some movie on, like we had seen a million times, and we would like watch, and he would fall asleep and we would watch it. Always had to sleep with a fan, always have had to sleep with a fan, but I don't remember what time I would have gone to bed. I probably fell asleep maybe like around 11:30 or 12, and then got up at like 6:30, which means I was getting like 6.5 hours of sleep. So maybe that was what the conversation was I had with him. I don't really remember, but I feel like I said to him, oh, I need a lot more sleep than that. Or maybe that wasn't the conversation. Maybe the conversation was I was saying that I was getting like 6.5 hours of sleep, and he was like, you need more sleep than that at your age. Like at my age, you need less sleep, but at your age, you need more sleep. That might have been the conversation. I don't remember. But I don't remember. I've never, well, hello. His ear just went, well, hello, Mr. Boo Radley. I mean, I've never been the person that went to sleep at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. My husband is. He goes to bed early a lot, but I'm not that person. My ex was not really that person either. We stayed up a lot and watched TV shows, especially like on our days off. We stayed up very, very late, and we went to the casino a lot. We binge watched shows and stuff like that. So I don't know what time I would have gone to bed. I mean, I've always been kind of a night owl, and I've always struggled falling asleep. Like every person I've ever dated or been with or lived with, like they've always like fallen asleep like that. I can remember like my mom and my dad when I was a little kid, both of them like fell asleep like that. I don't know. I've always, always, always struggled falling asleep. You know, it's so normal to me that like when Caroline asked me last week when we were talking about it, and she's like, do you just lay there for hours and roll on your phone? I'm like, no, nothing. She's like, so you have no iPad, no phone, no device? I'm like, no, I literally lay there. And she's like, and do what? And I go, check the clock every 20 to 30 minutes and get up and go to the bathroom about every half an hour and come back. And she's like, you just lay there? And I go, yeah. And I turn on my back to the left-hand side, on my stomach to the right-hand side. I just turn and turn. I mean, not like that, but like I lay on my stomach for like 10 minutes, turn. I can't get comfortable. She's like, what do you think about? And I go, oh my God, my mind just completely reels. I think my mind wanders all over a million things, right? She's like, for how long? And I'm like, I mean, sometimes hours. Caroline's like 3 or 4 hours. She's like, you just lay there for 3 or 4 hours. I was like, what am I supposed to do? You know, people have said like, get up and then like make yourself really, really tired and then you'll fall asleep. I've done all that. I've done every trick in the book that's ever been suggested. And yeah, none of it really works for me. It says 7 minutes to upload this drama video. This is crazy. That's taken. I already went through the preparing part of it. So yeah, it's frustrating, but, and I'm also not the person that's like, after 3 or 4 days, like I'm so tired that I finally like go to bed at 10. I mean, I have in the past, but most times I'm not, where I'm like, okay, now I'm so tired that I can just fall asleep like that. Like that's not going to be the case, right? It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Tonight though, if I take a nap, I take a nap. If I don't, I don't. I'm gonna have to get up tomorrow, probably about 10, which I know is late to a lot of people, but for me that's kind of early. So I'll probably have to get up about 9:30 or 10 tomorrow to get ready and get all this stuff going. Yeah, so I don't know how many videos I'll film tomorrow. I might just film my vlog video, depending on what time I get home. Well, I'll probably do a haul, because I usually do a haul when I'm with Caroline, unless I just buy stuff that I always buy. So maybe not, we'll see. Depends on what we buy tomorrow. Or where I go. I don't really have a lot to buy tomorrow. I have a list in my phone. Usually my list in my phone, I keep a list called Caroline. It's just like all the things I have to do. Usually the list is like 6 or 7 things, but now since we're having brunch tomorrow, it'll probably be like 2 things. Well, 3 things. I have to get my medicine, I have to go to Costco, and go to the post office box. And Caroline has to go to Costco too tomorrow. I wanted to look at the plants tomorrow, but now that it's kind of cold, I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. So maybe we'll wait till next week to do the plants. I was gonna buy some plants. Fernalicious, this is the weirdest thing. I have not brought her down from the bathroom yet. I just watered her like 2 nights ago. I mean, gave her tons of water. There's like hardly any soil left in that container, in that thing. And I have the soil, and I wanna wait until I get her outside to put the soil in it, because I feel like it's gonna be such a mess in the bathroom. I looked at her today, and I don't know if it was like she was thriving more because the palm trees were around her or whatever. The palm trees also are not doing great on the back patio. I knew it was too early to take them out there. My neighbor was like, no, I think it's fine. Alex was like, they're fine. They're doing okay, but they're not doing great the last 2 days. I think it was too early to put them out there. And Fernalicious, I looked, and she like looks like she's dying. And I'm like, oh, I did not keep you alive this whole winter for you to like die in the last, you know, the 11th hour kind of thing. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. That ain't happening on my watch. No. So she needs to pull it together. I wonder if Alex will want to do anything for dinner tonight, or if I'll need to just like figure out something. I'm really not that hungry right now. Get these videos up, get this vlog going up, rendering this vlog, and then figure out my outfit for tomorrow. I mean, if I go with Caroline, I usually just, well, I don't even know what's the temperature supposed to be like tomorrow. I usually, oh, let's see. Wednesday, 73. Showers. It's supposed to be thunderstorms all day tomorrow. Humidity 75%. Precipitation 70%. It's supposed to be a high of 73. Thursday 80. Friday 73. 79 on Saturday. Sunday 83 and partly cloudy. Oh, the book club is on Sunday at 4 p.m. It's on the Facebook group for True Crime Book Club. Oh my gosh, what is this? Is this Monday? Monday is 85 degrees. Tuesday is 83. So next week it's going to be a nice week. Or is it raining those days? Oh, it says scattered thunderstorms. Scattered thunderstorms both Monday and Tuesday. But it's going to be 85 and 83. So I can handle that. So today's really the only like cold day. Well, it's not cold, but I mean it's not warm. It's 66. Oh, now they put that electric bolt there. Thunderstorms. Is it like stormy more now? It's good nap weather. But then I start watching The Walking Dead, and I like don't want to stop it because I like love The Walking Dead so much. But I am kind of ready to get this done. I was actually like thinking last night. I was like, okay, I like Google search, well, not Google searched it. I did the calculator, and I was like, if I watch like 3 or 4 episodes a night, because I have like 12, 13 episodes left. So if I watch 3 episodes over the next 4 days, I'll have the whole Walking Dead done. Or I can watch 4 episodes over the next 3 days, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'll be done with it Thursday night. And then this weekend, I can start watching some other things. I actually saw somebody put a review up, not like on YouTube, it was like on Facebook. Somebody I know like wrote something, they're like, Palm Royale was such a disappointment. It started off so good and it was so bad. And I was like, oh my God, I really want to watch that. And then somebody else said something bad about Sugar. And I was like, oh, I really want to watch this. But you know, so many shows that people, like they say that they didn't like, I love. And other shows that people love, I don't like. So I think it's such an individual thing. I'm still going to watch them. And Pretty Little Liars, the summer school, I think Alex and I might watch that together because he likes that show. And then I was going to start Hacks the other night. I was like, no, just get The Walking Dead done. Just get The Walking Dead done. You've got to get this done. You've got to get it done before you start other shows. And then Real Housewives of Dubai starts soon. Okay, so today's the 14th. So today's Wednesday. So Thursday at midnight, I think Bridgerton comes out. And then Friday is RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. The new season comes out Friday, so it's 2 new shows. Well, well, it's the first half of Bridgerton. I'm so mad that they're doing this, that they're splitting this, why does Netflix do that when they split a season? But anyway, so Bridgerton is coming out, I think Thursday or Friday, and they're splitting the season. So I will probably binge watch Bridgerton this weekend. Queen Charlotte, I loved. I liked Queen Charlotte better than I liked Bridgerton. But I mean, they're all the same, you know, the same storylines and stuff like that. But Queen Charlotte was like a spinoff kind of it. But it's still like, what's interesting is the posters that they're showing have Queen Charlotte in the posters for Bridgerton. And, I feel like it's been a long time since I watched Bridgerton. And then Below Deck Mediterranean, I think it's starting June 2nd. Yeah, so I've got a couple new shows starting. And then after The Walking Dead, I'm going to go and binge watch. Well, I've got the other Walking Dead shows. I mean, I've got like probably like 10 shows. They're all on my phone, and my phone's uploading this video. But I have so many shows that I'm so excited about it. I'm like almost done with The Walking Dead, the first book, and I'm gonna start the second one. I need to order some more of them. I actually think maybe that's something that Caroline and I will do, is go to Half Price Books and see if they have them there, because they're like, well, how much are they online? Let's see. Walking Dead graphic novels, Amazon. I'm sure they have them all. I mean, some of them are like the first one, Days Gone By, Walking Dead 6 Stories. Is it like a combination of them? Oh, it's like, hold on a second. They can't be $26 each. Oh, they have the compendium. That's what people were telling me about to get. The compendium. What compendium, what does I call it? Oh, you can get Days Gone By for $8.99. So here they all are. $9.99, $14.99. I guess it probably depends on how many of them they have. But they don't have all of them. So maybe I'll go to Half Price Books and get as many of them. I have the first 3. And get as many of them as I can get. Because I want to read those all this summer. I'm like loving them. They're really, really good for graphic novels. I mean, I've been reading all these kind of like, you know, cutesy graphic novels. Like, The Walking Dead is really, really good. People have told me for years, they're like, you would love the Marvel graphic novels, but I'm just not like really into the whole world of, you know, what do you call it? Like, superheroes and all that stuff. So, yeah. Well, all right, you guys, listen, I'm going to get off here and get this vlog going. So Alex should be home any minute. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do tonight. Oh, we also have Vanderpump Villas to watch tonight. So we'll just probably hang out here tonight, and then I'll take a nap. And I can't imagine that he'll be tired since he slept all last night. So we'll probably watch, maybe we'll watch Damsel tonight for Tia. Maybe we'll watch Damsel. And then I'm going to watch The Walking Dead. At least 2 or 3 episodes. I have to watch at least 3 episodes to finish it the next 4 days. So 3 episodes I have to watch tonight at least. But I'll probably try to watch like 5 or 6. This will be one of those nights where I know I have to get up early to be ready for Caroline, and I'll push it to the very last minute because I'll be so into The Walking Dead. And then I'll be like, I just want to binge watch The Walking Dead all day tomorrow. So anyway, yeah, that's it. So anyway, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Tuesday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And I'm going to do a real fast outro today. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great week. Treat yourself well. Treat others well as well. Let's treat everybody with some kindness today, especially ourselves. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your loved ones. Be kind to strangers. Be kind to everyone. Treat yourself well. Do one little special thing for yourself today. Even if it's just washing your face with some soap and pat drying it, putting some lotion on it. It takes about 2 minutes to do yourself a little short spa treatment, you know? Say some words of affirmation while you're standing in the mirror. Tell yourself you're good enough, you're worthy, all those good things about yourself, and that tomorrow is going to be an amazing day, all right? And I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you.